Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Yes, again, as with the beginning of every one of these calls, the reminder that you get to choose. Remember, you always have a choice. And what is that choice that you have, that I have, that we all have? And well, what that choice is to choose our thoughts. Remember, you can choose to accept any idea you want. You get to make things mean whatever you want to make it mean. Now, that beautiful truth, which is repeated many times within every single one of these calls, is something that will help you to make dramatic, big, bold, beautiful change in your life if you'll just engage with it, if you'll just make it a part of your thought process. Grab onto that. Nothing is good or bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. It's your thinking that makes it so. And that beautiful, profound truth is what will help you to elevate in ways that you've never thought before. But with that being said, remember the only way that that's going to happen is if you do that yourself. I mean, really grab on to what I'm saying here. Let's say you've written down your goal, whatever that is. Now, in terms of the goal that you've written down, the thing that you've got to understand is, see, it's not about the goal. It's not about what you've written down. It's about the involvement you have with this goal. It's about whether or not you're connected to it. See, that's what you manifest. You don't manifest what you write down. You don't manifest the vision board. You don't manifest the affirmation. You manifest how you feel about it, how you're connected with it. If you're not connected with it, guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to show up in the outer world. It's really super simple. And that's what we've been diving into and studying here in these wonderful calls. And right now, we're currently studying the Master Key System, this beautiful gem by Charles Haanel. And if you don't have a copy of this, make sure that you do have a copy of it. Get this copy. And if you'd like to know where to get that, just check the link in the bio. And from there, you'll, check the link within the chat, I should say, and what we share with you. And then you'll be able to get that. Or just reach out and then we'll share with you how to get this. Now, with that, make sure that when you do have it, that you do write, that you do highlight, underline. Don't keep it all nice and tidy and clean. No, we want you to write and highlight, underline, because that causes you to internalize it, or internalize it meaning feel it, be one with it. And if you do that, you will definitely see the change. All right, so let's dive into where we are in this wonderful masterpiece. I'm going to go ahead and pull it here on the screen. We're on page 256, and we talked about this yesterday. And we're going to talk about it again. And what does it say? The inexorable requirements of growth demand that we exert the greatest degree of attraction for what is perfectly in accord with us. Our highest happiness, our highest happiness will be best attained through our understanding of and conscious cooperation with natural laws. Now, what does that mean? That sounds, whoa, that's really crazy. What does it mean? Those are some pretty profound words. Well, let's connect with it. Let's connect with what this is. See, we must exert the greatest degree of attraction for what is perfectly in accord with us. What's written here is nothing merely than to grow something new and say like you're wanting to grow something new. Well, maybe you're wanting to externalize this wonderful idea. You want to grow this. Well, in order for you to grow this thing that's new, your thoughts, feelings, and actions, this is important for you, must all vibrate in harmony with what you want to experience. Think about that. Your thoughts, your feelings, and actions must be in harmony with this. There's a wonderful program that we facilitate called Thinking into Results, which talks about attitude. Attitude is a recipe of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. See, attitude is not just a mental thing. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, because that's what's got to happen in you if you want this to materialize. You've got to have an attitude that's in harmony with this in order to materialize it. You can look at it simply like bad attitude, bad results. Good attitude, good results. Great attitude, great results. An attitude that's in harmony with this delivers this. It's really simple. Now remember, to grow this, because that's what's being referred to here, to grow this, to turn this into an actuality, your thoughts, your feelings, and actions must be in harmony with it. Now, what's beautiful is when we get to tie into our greatest power, which is agency, your ability to act or be acted upon, where you're able to steer yourself in that direction. Remember, no one can force you to think the thoughts you think. You always have a choice. Write that in your notes again. Write that around this. Put a big box around this and write that. I always have a choice. Yes, you always have a choice. You get to choose what your attitude's going to be. If your attitude is negative, though, remember that's a subconscious thing. All negativity is subconscious. We were just diving into that this morning in our facilitation, pointing out that, we don't allow negativity to happen in our lives. And that, unfortunately, is a narrative that the personal development feeds you, personal development world feeds you, I should say. When negativity is happening, it's subconscious. See, the only time allowing is something that comes into play is when you engage with positivity, with growth. So again, grab onto this. The inexorable requirement of growth demand that we exert the greatest degree of attraction for what is perfectly in accord with us. Remember, like attracts like. Opposites do not attract. Change your attitude, you change your life. Now let's go further. In order to possess vitality, thought must be impregnated with love. Now let's go back to the goal card. Or maybe you have a vision board, affirmations. The way that those things will be made manifest in your life is by you connecting with it, by you impregnating the idea with your love, by giving it your life. It's not going to happen if you just look at it as something that's intellectual. It doesn't work that way. We don't move our bodies, do things at all based from anything that's intellectual. It's always motivated by feeling. So if you look at it from a deeper sense, you'll see that love is not an emotion. It's not just an emotion, I should say. Need to make sure that's pretty clear. It's not just an emotion, it's creative energy. You manifest what you are connected with, what you're giving your life to. So when you think of love, we know that, whatever it is, remember that's what's going to be the driving force in your life. And guess what you get to choose? You get to choose what you're going to impregnate with love. You get to choose. It's not enough to say, I'm successful in life. No, you've got to be emotionally involved with you being successful, not you're going to be, which is another beautiful caveat to dive into at another time, but not right now. Now, again, really grab onto that. In order to possess vitality, thought must be impregnated with love. Love is a product of the emotions. It is therefore essential that the emotions be controlled and guided by the intellect and reason. See, this is where you get to use your intellect to do this. And the intellect is the conscious part of your mind. Charles Haanel refers to your intellectual mind as the positive and the subconscious part of your mind as the negative. Not negative as in terms of a downer, but in terms of a program that runs. And you get to override the program with the positive part, your intellect, using your imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, and intuition. Here he talks about reason. And with that engagement, change the outcomes of your life. It's such a beautiful power that you have inside of you that can change everything if you'll just engage with it. Now we're going to move forward, but before we move forward, this is for those of you who are watching the beginning of this study call on the stream. If you'd love to join us to continue this, make sure you register and subscribe to our wonderful, beautiful study.